Hello, my name is Lauren Layfield, and this is Your Next Podcast, the show that podcast fans everywhere have been waiting for. The show I've been listening to and want to share with you this week is a total scream. Comedian Grace Campbell is in the middle of a wild dating adventure. Sick of trying to match on the apps with boys she thinks she'll like, she does the opposite and only picks the opposite of her normal type. Cue coffees with foot fetishists and dinner with sugar daddies. It is completely hilarious.
This show contains adult material and swearing. You have been warned. Are you bored of modern dating? Being shown the same people half your friends have already matched with, from the same app you keep deleting and downloading over and over again, and going on the same boring dates to that bar near your house, which, let's be honest, you only go to so you can make your usual quick escape? Whatever we're doing is clearly not working, so it's time to change the narrative on how we find love. It's time to start looking for love in all the wrong places. I'll be going on a date with that guy who refers to himself as a wine connoisseur, saying yes to the overly enthusiastic couple, trying to get me as their third, and having a drink with the man who is more interested in my feet than what I have to say. Not only that, I'm going on 28 of these dates in 2 months, only picking people who are the total opposite of my type. Will I find that special someone? Or will listening back to myself on these dates convince me that I should just quit dating for good and instead hang out with my adorable dog? Dissecting my dates and listening in on all the cringiest moments will be my friend Roz.
Every time I hear about a date, I go in and I cuddle my boyfriend. I'm like, thank God.
And my friend Dan.
Okay, the deadest flirting I've ever heard in my life.
Who won't be giving me an easy ride.
Honestly, if you had said that to me on a date, I would have walked out.
My friends think I'm mad, but how bad can it really be? It's time to find out. I'm Grace Campbell, and this is 28 Dates Later.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Roz.
How are you?
I'm feeling nervous about this whole process, to be honest.
I feel like nervous and you, Grace Campbell, do not work well together. How long have we known each other? How long have we been friends?
I don't know, like fucking, oh my God, it's been years now.
And in all that, I haven't known you once to be nervous or like even talk about being nervous.
I know, there's a huge misunderstanding about me because I get so nervous, especially around like gigs and dates. And so I'm just nervous about the amount of people that I'm going to meet. And I don't know, some of them are maybe going to be freaks.
So we are both going on, well, you're going on 28 dates and I get to listen to them all, which I'm actually just cringing for you so bad. But like, how are these going to be different? Because I know, like, obviously, you know, we've gone on nights out before. Like, you do meet guys on nights out. So how is this wilder? How is this different?
Love that. Thank you just for firstly clarifying that I've got game, which I do, because I don't want anybody listening to think that I don't have game, because I do.
Grace Desperado Campbell.
I've just gotten into like such a routine with my dating, which is what you've witnessed. I'll go out, I'll meet a guy, I'll have sex with him, I'll wake up and I'll never want to see him again. And it's just like
this is literally the night out we had.
So you know the vibe. I am single and I'm a bit bored of my dating life. And so I thought the so-called right ways of meeting people just haven't been working for me. So I'm going to try some unconventional ways of finding love.
So you're telling me I can live my dating life vicariously through you?
You can, yeah.
This
and
is
you
great.
will, Rose. That's what you're going to do.
Because I have been in a heterosexual monogamous relationship trap since I was probably 17. Well, I'd say 14.
God.
I've actually never gone on a dating app in my life, which I don't know.
Oh, it must be nice, Rose. It must be fucking nice.
As I said, I started fucking get into long-term relationships before there was even dating apps. I'm like a relic, okay? So like, what apps are you using? Are you using apps? What's going on?
Well, there are, first of all, so many apps that I'm using in this that I have never even heard of before. So for this day, I used an app called Seeking, right? Now,
is this Seeking Arrangements?
Yes.
Okay, this is an app I do know. Like, Grace, isn't this not for like when you like, I don't know, like you're looking for a sugar daddy or something?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be looking for a sugar daddy? I need to stop being a nepo
Grace,
baby and
sorry.
find a real sugar daddy.
I'm just going to put it out there. Grace Campbell, you be the worst sugar baby ever. I'm sorry, I miss the days when the sugar babes just released music. Now Grace Campbell's a sugar babe.
So I met this guy, right? Now on Seeking you have like usernames, which is also feels very like 2010. But he referred to himself as the high-end bachelor, right?
Okay.
So when we sat down on the date, the first thing I asked him was why he'd referred to himself as the high-end bachelor on Seeking. Thank you so much for meeting me.
That's right, no worries.
So tell me, why are you called the high-end bachelor?
So, use that website for dating.
Yeah.
It's obviously other means for it.
Seeking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So other people use it for other means. But for me, it's more very busy lifestyle, always flying in and out of the country.
What do you do?
Bit spoilt, really.
Oh, really?
Trust fund baby.
Wait, what? You're a trust fund baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never worked. So my pictures are quite out there, aren't they, as well? Let's be honest. I haven't gone undertone.
You have all of your pictures, you have sunglasses on there.
Yeah.
Why is that?
So, just a thing with our friends. We're always out in glasses and we're always taking
Right.
pictures of each other. It's just the way it is, right?
You're perfect. You're both nepo babies.
I
It's
know.
a perfect
and-
match. I love that he's just actually brutally honest. He's like, yeah, I'm just a trust fund baby. I'm spoiled.
So on his profile, it says that he's a chivalrous gentleman seeking a philanthropist. Don't you think that sounds like me? Don't you think I could be a philanthropist? I could be like Julie Cooper in the OC, like a really, really rich wife who just does fundraisers and is secretly laundering money.
I was actually just going to say secretly swindling all the money. Yeah, I can see you doing that.
Yeah, that could
100%.
so be me.
This lad, I'm obviously looking at his profile now, like, he kind of looks like Pitbull.
He does look a bit like Pitbull. Yeah,
Kinda
he does look like Pitbull.
He's the lad you see in the club, like, just hanging around the ladies' toilets.
Yeah. No, he's always got the bottles in the club.
Yeah,
that's his vibe. And he's also, like, not to be rude, but, like, you know, he's in his 40s. That's quite a lot older than me. And also, like, I've never gone on a date with someone that old before. But he's quite, like, you know, in his pictures, he's got, like, a Cartier bag to suggest he's just into Cartier. He has the vibe of, like, I'm on a private jet.
So, like, Grace, if he doesn't work and he's loaded and he travels around the world, what does he do with his time?
Well, that's why I asked him, because I was like, something's not quite adding up here.
Like casinos, like my spas.
Do you play poker?
Roulette.
Okay.
Probably there 4 times a week. I go there because I go, look, if I go to a nightclub, it's $5,000. The way my friends party. So, forget that. When I used to go a few years ago, I always used to have like 4 girlfriends at a date at the same time. And I always used to take...
Really?
Yeah. So then you all knew about each
Well,
other.
was it just sort of like
No, 3 serious girlfriends.
at the same time?
Yeah. And they'd all stay with me as well in the south.
At the same time?
Yeah.
But would you take all of them to the casino?
Yeah.
Right.
Take them. Yeah, they loved
And
it.
did they enjoy it?
Yeah, they were quite submissive in the sense of chilled, didn't ask for too much.
Oh my God. So, like, can I
Roz,
just...
I just took a video of your fucking face. Your face just then was going through so many different modes.
So I was like, okay, yeah, like, he goes to the casino 4 times a week, plays poker, like, who am I to judge, whatever. And then he was like, no wonder he doesn't work. How's he keeping 3 or 4 girlfriends on the go? Like, serious, not even just, like, hanging out with 3 or 4 girls. Serious girlfriends. Who has the energy?
Who has the time?
Grace, you wouldn't fit into that. Sorry,
No.
he said they're all submissive. You...
No, I know. But
You'd be plotting everyone's escape. You'd be like, have a little ring against him.
I mean, at that point, I was like, obviously, this is not someone that's a potential suitor for me, but I'm also obsessed. Like, I'm like fascinated by what he's telling me, because some of it, I'm just like, oh, you so could be lying. You so could have not had 3 girlfriends at one time.
Yeah, no, he could completely be a liar. But I'm also like, what are the girls getting out of it? What is he offering? Like, why is he on that site? He's going on a date with you, but like, what is the end goal for him?
Well, I think it's that he had arrangements with them, I guess, where he's giving them a bit of a salary, which, you know, like, there's a part of that like appeals to me loads, because I was saying this to my mum the other day. I was like, you know, I do really want my next boyfriend to be really rich, and she was like, I don't know how I've raised a daughter to say that, but it, you know what, I just have sex with someone a few times and then they're giving me a chunk of money a month. Like, that would be really nice. I could take my friends on holiday. Like, I get it.
Well, I did hear Rupert Murdoch just broke
He's
up with his
single.
husband. He's single now, Grace.
I'll tell you something for free. I am Rupert Murdoch's worst nightmare.
This lad, is this just his lifestyle? Like, this is just his life goal, to have loads of women?
No, at one point he was telling me about how much he's dated.
Just really excessively done the Playboy life. Just to give you an example, I dated over 1,000 women in 3 years. A different one every night.
Say that again.
So over a 3-year period, I dated a different woman every single night. That's over 1,000 women.
How did you have the time? Because you don't have a job.
No, I was still doing stuff. I was literally gymming 3 o'clock in the afternoon, getting ready at 5, leaving at 7, getting to Mayfair.
Where were you meeting them all?
Mayfair, Central.
Really?
Oh, apps. All apps. But I thought, let me do a little test here. I wanted to test all the star signs for dating. I wanted to test all the age groups within legal reasons, limits. And then I'd done all the different cultures. And I went...
As an experiment?
Yeah. That period, I wanted to just iron out a lot of things that were bugging me.
Lads, we should go to him for a card reading at this stage.
He should have his own fucking podcast.
I'm sorry, I can't even say like, oh, what is this, an experience? Because you're pretty much doing the same thing.
No, I know.
He went on a date, on that average, I'm not great at maths, but like pretty much every single day for 3 years.
But do you think that means that he would be amazing in bed?
No.
No. Yeah.
No.
I agree.
Maybe he's lying.
Maybe he is lying.
I just find this highly suspicious. Although he did go on a date with you, so maybe he's just... he's probably just like, anyone.
Do you know what? He was giving me very strong Dan Bilzerian vibes.
Oh.
Like, he had very poker, casino, always got loads of women with him.
So sorry, this is the guy who's like... Remember, he was like viral on Instagram for a while, because he was like... the most outrageous photos.
He's always on a yacht with like bare women and guns.
Just travelling all over the world, loads of hot women around him, and in casinos.
He was giving me that kind of vibe of that kind of man. Flashy with money, loves having hot women around, loves being at the table in the club with all the bottles and the Grey Goose, whatever you want. He just gave me that vibe.
And a lot of people get money, men can't handle it. And I think to be a man, you've got to have not just money. Your mind is the most important. That's got to be in check. You've got to be physically in check to a certain degree. I'm not saying you've got to be a supermodel, but you've got to be healthy. I might only be 41, but I've got the mindset of a 90-year-old. I've got the experience of a 90-year-old. So I'm a bit like, this might sound cliche, but like a Sean Connery type, if you like.
Right, okay.
Old school kind of whatever.
Grace, I'm actually just like... I thought he was comparing himself to a 19-year-old. He's like, you need to have a sharp mind, you need to have a sharp body, you need to have a... Obviously for him, he needs to have a sharp dick, like, oh my God. And he's like, I'm like a 9-year-old. I'm like, that is not a good reference. What are you doing? I don't know, Grace, I'm just like astonished. How you even found this guy?
No, I know, but this is what I think that whole world of sugar daddies is full of, and it's a world that we're not exposed to ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't go to clubs like that anymore. I used to go to clubs that he goes to when I was 16 and using a fake ID. And I said to him, I was like, I would be hell on a night out because I would probably get in a fight with one of your friends who was probably being like misogynistic or something. It would not go well. And also I would not get let into the club because I wouldn't be wearing high heels and I never brush my hair. Like, I'm your idea of hell.
And he still went on with the date.
Yeah, so obviously he was talking loads about like his money, but as you are as well, Roz, we're both girl bosses. So I was asking him about what I could do maybe with my money and asking him advice, as I always do when I meet rich people. If I was going to invest in one thing, what do you think it should be?
It depends how much you've got to invest. Tell me what you got, tell me what you want, and I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
So I believe in life, look, if you have your base sorted, which is a property,
Yeah.
maybe some investment property, be it 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, whatever. You've got all your materialistic crap out of the way, your watches, your bracelets, your whatever. Once you've got that out of the way, whatever you earn is for yourself.
He didn't give you any advice. He basically just said, once you're rich enough to get anything that anyone ever really wants this day and age.
All you need, your watches, your cars, your property. Once you've got that, it's like, thanks, mate. Didn't think of that. I'm great now.
I honestly thought he was going to be like, you need to invest in this company. Right now, they're hot. What? That was no advice.
I want someone to tell me to do
Yeah.
that. I want to be told where to invest my money. There were moments, when this just felt like I was on a date with one of my dad's friends.
I honestly can tell, Grace, like, from knowing your dad online and meeting him a few times in real life, I do not think your dad would be friends with this man.
No, that's true. No, that's that is true. This guy is very not my dad's brand. My dad hangs out with like politicians and like
You were going to say
people.
footballers. You're like,
And then
politicians.
ex-footballers. Like that's his only
Ex-footballers.
friends. His only
Ex-footballers.
friends are ex-politicians, ex-footballers, and like some like. He's a bit of a star fucker, my dad.
So, like, for those who may not know who your dad is, and like, I'm saying that because I'm from Ireland and I'm not up with UK politics. I didn't know who your dad was before.
So
All I know is now I'm like, who was playing him in Love Actually? That's what I want to know.
He had a show actually based on him, well, sort of loosely based on him, which was called The Thick of It, which then became Veep in America. But his name is Alistair Campbell, that's my dad. And he worked for Tony Blair, who was obviously the Prime Minister here for a long time. He's worked in the Labour Party. And now he's just a very, very outspoken person in the UK. He's always going on the news shouting about the current government, and he hates Brexit and he loves to rant about that. But he's actually becoming just very known for being my father.
Well, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree because you're well known now for going on dates with sugar daddies. So, like, I want to know, you went on, obviously you're kind of trying to be a sugar baby. He's a sugar daddy. Like, what would be the arrangement if you were to date him? Like, did he offer you money?
At one point, he sort of said this thing, but I couldn't really figure out if it was like him using as an example or if he was actually offering me £10,000 a month.
If I said to you, Grace, you know what? It's 10 grand a month. Passive
Thank
income.
you.
It's 10 grand. You're so funny.
Thank you. That would be great.
It's 10 grand a month.
That's all.
passive-
That's honestly. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
My
So,
heart.
you should come out with me for a night out. I'll give you my number later. And
Yeah.
we'll go out. But I think I'll show you my way, and you can say, yeah, it's a load of bollocks, or actually, I really like it. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
I don't know why I'm just getting the creeps so bad listening to that. Like, so 10 grand for what?
No, and also re-listening to that, he is basically saying to me, "Come out to the casinos. If you like it, you'll get 10 grand a month."
But no, because he also said, come home with me. So what does that entail? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I don't know, but that's what I mean. Like
I don't
with a sugar daddy, like what is the deal?
What is the
know,
deal? Is it all different levels? Some sugar daddies just want you to go out and have dinner with them.
Would love.
Yeah. Or is it they want more? Like, where's the line?
I think a lot of them want sex, is what I think.
We don't know about him. Maybe he just wants a few girls. Well, he said they were girlfriends, though.
No, he was definitely shagging those
yeah.
women. Definitely.
Oh, my God.
I know, with the mind of a 90-year-old or whatever he said.
He probably doesn't remember any of their names.
No, I know.
So, Grace, I think the main question is, have you got sugar daddy out of your system?
I think, yes, I don't think that's a lifestyle that's quite for me because, and I'm not going to generalise, but the impression I got, I'm definitely way too opinionated and the opposite of subordinate for an arrangement where like there's that kind of transaction going on because I'm just too badly behaved in relationships.
Yeah, and I also think that, how would you even tell your dad and your mum?
I know. Well, I'd be like, listen, guys, you should be happy because, you know, I found a sugar daddy, so I don't need to financially sponge off of you lot anymore.
Well, Grace, I can safely say he's very honest. No, actually, sorry, we don't know is he being honest. Like, he could completely be bullshitting the whole thing. But I like how upfront he is about being a trust fund baby, like having an easy life, all that kind of stuff. He's not trying to have some, like, big package story that he's had dealt a hard life. You know, he has it dead easy. And, like, I love for him that he is living his best life and he's got a huge amount of income fucking do whatever he needs to do with whoever he wants to do it with, but it's a no from me.
No, do you know what? Yeah, I agree. But maybe one day, yeah, I'll be like checking in to a flight at an airport, right? And it'll be like British Airways, but I'm in economy or premium economy, right? And then he's there and then he's like, I remember you, I had a nice time with you. I'll upgrade your flight and I'll pay for you to fly business class.
Listen, if I ever see him in the airport, I'm going to go up and say, I know you.
Yeah. Can you pay for my upgrade, please, mate?
Unless he's listened to this, I think you're a really nice guy. Now, I am in a long-term relationship, but I can be of moral support.
Yeah, exactly. You can be at the other end of the phone, Ros.
And when he does his podcast called 1000 Dates, I can help him out. So Grace, your first date with a sugar daddy, how are you feeling about the next 27 dates?
Oh my God, that's such a big number, Ros.
Well, look, at least it's not 999.
That's true. And my sugar daddy, he had to really go through the trenches a lot more. But I do feel I'm in the trenches.
27 left. Like, I don't know how you're going to top a sugar daddy.
I don't know, Ros. I feel like we are going to top it. Next time on 28 Dates Later.
Honestly, if you had said that to me on a date, I would have walked out. Before you even finished the sentence, I'd have walked out. I was really popular. I was the poshest girl in my year.
I was popular for a posh girl. 28 Dates Later is produced by Novel for iHeartRadio. For more from Novel, visit novel.audio. The series is presented by me, Grace Campbell, with help from Ros Purcell and Dan Y. The producer is Diggory Wade. The executive producer is Claire Broughton. Our editors are Maithili Rao and Max O'Brien. Production management from Cherie Houston and Charlotte Wall. Willard Foxton is our creative director of development.
Grace is still at it, so to speak, so you can catch up with her dating capers by searching for 28 Dates Later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you find your podcasts. It's a brilliant show from iHeart Podcasts and Novel, whose show The Girlfriends was an early recommendation on this podcast too, do you remember? Once you've tapped follow for Grace and her dates, don't forget to do the same for this show too, so you can find your next podcast. All my recommendations from the whole series will also be on Podcast Rex at www.podcastrex.com. That's www.podcastrex.com.